The Philadelphia Eagles touch butts a lot in a Chiefs loss. We're going to talk about that. The Philadelphia Butt Touchers took the win 20-17 against the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. Mike, it was a weird one. It was a weird game. Jalen Hurts barely threw for 100 yards. Saquon Barkley was held to well under 100 yards. The Eagles still pull out a win off of 7 illegal plays. How about it?
What else is new?
What else is new?
Look, nobody cares. If the Chiefs didn't win the game, the league is happy. All the whiners throughout the offseason, they're happy. They love seeing this. But here's what I want to say. Is Andy Reid, is Patrick Mahomes, and even Travis Kelce for that matter, are those three guys more annoying to look at than Dick Sirianni? That guy is one of the worst people ever. And you guys are just allowing this to happen because you hate the Chiefs that much, that you allow this ass clown to win? Come on.
It's pretty wild.
It's ridiculous. But look, the Chiefs had their chances. The Chiefs had their chances.
Sure.
And I don't even know what happened in the first quarter because Fox Sports sucks.
Yeah, let's talk about that for like 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Fox dropped the damn ball so hard. They wanted the Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl rematch to be their game of the week. And instead of letting the world watch the first quarter, they decided to make you watch the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Think about that.
We watched Russell Wilson arm punt for an hour.
That set the tone.
The worst football I've ever watched in my life is what I had to sit and endure. And yet the game of the week's going on over here. We're watching these two old grandmas and then we went to Jalen Hurts touching butts for 2.5 hours. Like, I could have probably done without that too. Look, I'm telling you, the NFL should have got together and banned this when they had the
screwed
shot.
up. They screwed up.
But here's what I think. I think today has exposed that play for what it is. Look, Jason Kelsey's even come out and said that play is illegal. That play, we cheat. You watched it over and over. They false started on every one of those.
Half the time they're lined up offsides. They're in the neutral zone. So.
Jalen Hurts gets the ball stripped away from him, and they're going to say forward progress. Yet forward progress doesn't count when he's just falling forward repeatedly. Like, forward progress should have been on there instantly, if that's what you're going to call it, because he runs right into everybody and just stops.
Yeah, well, there's nothing you can do about them allowing that trash-ass play to continue. There's nothing you can do about it. It just is what it is, right?
The official in the game, the head official was like, I'm done with this play. It's too hard to call.
Yeah.
And this is what we were all saying all last year. It's not a football play, ladies and gentlemen. It's a mess.
It's a joke. It's a joke, just like the thumbnail says. But let's talk about the actual football, not the rugby plays. Not all the bullshit. Let's talk about the actual football part. So the Chiefs still have their struggles, right? It's just not where you want this team to be at. Obviously, think about this for a second, guys. If someone would have told you that the Chiefs defense was going to step up and play a damn good game, even losing by 3 doesn't sound that bad when you don't have Rashee Rice or Xavier Worthy out there. So you're still missing weapons on offense. And the Chiefs still had their opportunities to win. I think that Patrick Mahomes, at times, he had flashes. You keep seeing this Patrick Mahomes of old. And you can't say much bad about Patrick Mahomes, except for the fact that his deep ball touch is a little bit rough right now. Like that overthrow to Tyquan Thornton. Thank God he made up for it. But I mean that was brutal. Just the overthrows are bad. Other than that, man, this offense is just disheveled. Travis Kelce, brother, he's going through it. Right
we
now.
need to talk about him. Travis Kelce's mistakes are starting to pile up over and over. He stops running, drops a touchdown last week. He knocked Xavier Worthy out because he's not paying attention to his route depth. He comes out this week. He lets another one go in the end zone that gets picked off. Kelce is becoming a little bit of a problem. I don't think Chiefs Kingdom's ready to have the conversation yet because people still love Travis Kelce.
Of course.
But I feel like we're getting to the point where it needs to be a legit conversation. Is this guy going to keep hurting or is he finally going to help at some point? Because for a year and 2 games now, we've not seen anything great. We've seen mediocre to mid. And honestly, I feel like you need to get Noah Gray more playing time. Or let Big Bob Tonyan play. Again, this was another game where Big Bob Tonyan, I don't even know if he got on the field.
Right. Well, with the offense, though, knowing that they're missing some pieces in the pass game and what they were able to do a few times throughout the games, it gives you a little bit of hope. Patrick Mahomes took the podium after the game. He actually said, I know this isn't what fans want to hear, but we're really close on this pass game. And I think that he has a point there. It looks like they're getting a little bit better slowly. And of course, it's going to take a minute when you got a bunch of new guys in there. You're missing a couple of key pieces. So I can give them a little bit of grace here. I can give them a little bit of grace. The play calling itself was kind of trash. I think that we've noticed that for the last 2.5 years. At some point, we do have to just say, hey, it has to be Matt Nagy. If it's not Matt Nagy, it's Andy Reid. Like, they've got to figure that out. They got to get that cleaned up. But I think going forward on 4th and 1 and running possibly one of the worst plays I've ever seen might have been the turning point in that game. They got a free 3 points, and that ends up what they lose by, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, the Chiefs didn't play well. The Chiefs didn't deserve that win. They stunk.
Right.
I mean, they flat out pretty much stunk. Mahomes had to put the whole team on his back there in the whole entire first half. It was just run, run, run. If Mahomes leads us in rushing for one more week, I swear.
Well,
Like, look, I like Isaiah Pacheco, but Kareem Hunt's RB1 on this team.
Hunt's got to start.
And if
He
they
has
don't
to
start using him appropriately like RB1 and start giving him more carries, I'm going to pull my hair out.
They have
How
to.
much more of this stuff can we watch? This is the definition of insanity. Like, we just keep doing the same stuff over and over, and it does not work. Like,
Yeah,
we have to figure it out.
One other turning point in the game was Trent McDuffie not getting his head turned around fast enough and allowing a really bad reception on an arm punt. That might have been, those two things. And, of course, Travis Kelce dropping a touchdown pass. That's probably the three keys there to losing that game, right? We could talk about the tush-push stuff all day. End of story, though. We don't have to talk about it. I'll explain it to you. It is illegal formation. The guys are already lined up off sides. They move the ball forward, which is also illegal. And then they're making contact with the defensive players before the ball's even snapped. Also illegal. The play is an illegal play. It's illegitimate. It's trash. They need to get rid of it. So we don't have to talk about it anymore. Like, if you condone that, you condone cheating.
Allow it?
Exactly. It's a joke. I will also follow that up with the Eagles are not nearly as good as people think they are. They almost got beat by the Cowboys. They didn't look good today. They got some things to bounce their way, and they got away with those ridiculous calls, right? So, I mean, the Eagles, for all the Eagles fans that are super annoying, just your time's coming. Your time's coming. They're not going to do anything this year, so have fun with that. But let's talk about the defense, Mike. The defense looked really damn good, I thought. Like I said, they held Jalen Hurts, which is not hard to do, but they held Jalen Hurts to 101 yards, 0 touchdown passes. Saquon Barkley rushed for well under 100 yards. There wasn't a whole lot that they were given to that offense, man. I thought the defense played very, very well. If they could have got, matched the intensity on the offensive side of the ball and actually put some points on the board, I think that this could have been a totally different ballgame. I think the Chiefs were the better team on the football field today, even not playing that great.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think the Chiefs played well. I don't think the Eagles played all that well either. Look, the Chiefs have just got some problems. The fact that Spags was having to literally go to all-out blitzes just to get any pressure on Jalen Hurts is insane. Like, he was selling out everything to just get a little ounce of pressure, and all Hurts was doing was taking 3 steps and throwing the ball up as high as he could. Mm-hmm. Like, that was literally his game plan for that.
Right.
The dude didn't even pass for 100 yards. I mean, Mahomes barely passed for more than that. So it's like, look, neither team was playing like crisp. Neither team played well. But I will say the Chiefs have way more coming back later on and way more out. Like, they wasn't missing wide receiver 1 and 2. They wasn't missing, Like, here's the thing. Nagy, there's a problem here. There were so many times. Do you remember 2nd and 8 and he runs that BS stupid play call up the middle?
Delayed handoff.
A delayed handoff on 2nd down.
Play.
Who would have ever thought the Chiefs were going to do the delayed handoff on 2nd down, which is the only play and the only time they'll do it? It gets too predictable. And somebody asked in the chat, they're like, are we sure Andy's not washed? I don't know. Andy's starting to look like the way Andy looked back and with Philly. I was saying this to Steve. Right before the Philly got rid of him, what was Andy doing? The run game was non-existent. He wasn't switching out his assistant coaches. He wasn't making decisions that were benefiting the team. He was playing more loyal. He was starting to manage the clock wrong. What did he do today? He takes a stupid timeout and gives the Eagles a free timeout at the end of the half. Even Tom Brady was like, why is Andy taking a timeout? I don't know. What was he taking a timeout for? So, I mean, it is what it is. The Chiefs are 0-2. It's not the end of the world. I don't think it cost us anything. I think we still win the AFC West.
Yeah,
we're still going to the playoffs. That's not going to matter. This team is still good, and we're only going to get better and better. But the
Right.
point is, we're all allowed to be a little frustrated because this team is frustrating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah,
Get
for
it
sure.
together. And then to take an off season where people talk trash on you all year and you come out and back it up with a horrible piss poor performance in Brazil and a horrible performance at home versus the Eagles who trounced you in the Super Bowl, and this was the best we could get out of this team. Come on. Like, you got to do better than that. You just
Gotta
have
be
to.
better. You got to do better than that.
Got to be better.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, though. I don't think there's anything left to say. I think they're just like the first game. It was trash. Like the offense looked bad. I'm glad the defense stepped it up big time, and I think you saw some flashes from the offense that maybe give you a little bit of hope going forward. But we would like to see them get back to normal form a little bit quicker than they are. So I understand where Patrick Mahomes is coming from, talking about fans don't want to hear this, but we're close. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Let's get to the chat a little bit. KT Lee, been a member for 22 months, says Mahomes gets no blame down. Both wide receivers this game is on Andy and Travis. I think you have to give a little bit of blame to Mahomes sometimes. Like, he does make some bad plays, some bad throws. But for the most part,
worst.
yeah, but for the most part, Patrick
Right.
Mahomes is trying to do everything himself. So it's really hard to
Yeah.
come at him about things like deep ball accuracy when he's worried about being the running back and everything else on the team. So I'm with you. I think you got to give Mahomes some grace in this one. It's on a lot of different factors. I wouldn't put that on Mahomes. Joshua Vasquez with a 2-bomb says, about to drown my sorrows with Taco Bell. Well, you better get a bunch of chili cheese burritos and shit your guts out, buddy.
Did they even have
Yeah,
those anymore?
yeah. You better get a bunch, and you better just cleanse your soul.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's been
Yeah.
bad to watch for a couple weeks, man.
Steve, like you said, Mahomes, that one deep ball to Thornton where he just overthrew him by 7 yards, that was horrible. I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Right. Well, no, I'm
But
okay
the
with
fact
that
that
because
he was able to hit Thornton on the other one, you let it slide. But if that would have ended the drive and it had been over with, then you'd have been like, what was he doing?
Yeah,
But
I mean,
he
dude,
made up for it a little bit there. But look, you're not
That was
always
a
going
bad
to get
throw.
a chance to make up for it. So
Yeah.
you've got to be able to hit this, man. Other quarterbacks are hitting this.
here's my problem. Here's my problem with the entire scenario. Just like in the Super Bowl, you saw them only taking these kind of shots when they're already down at the end of the game. They're against the ropes. Like, why are you not doing this from the get-go? And I understand they did take a couple of shots early, but nothing. It's like they play much better when they're on the ropes. They've got to start doing this earlier in the game and doing what they need to do. Open the offense up a little bit. So stagnant. KT Lee with the 2-bomb says, are we sure Andy isn't washed? Mike
There
just
it
kind
was.
of discussed that. So I think you heard our feelings on that. Here's what I think. I think Andy Reid is absolutely the best coach in the NFL. I don't think he's washed per se. I just think Andy's doing what Andy falls into sometimes. As Mike mentioned, it kind of looks like the way he was at the end of his run in Philly. I don't think that's how this is going to go. I don't think it's going to keep going downhill and then the Chiefs fans run him out of here. That's insane. So it'll come back around. I think it'll come back around. This team just needs to be full strength. They need to have full health on the football field. They need to be able to game plan week to week, and there not be any surprises. And I think the next thing you do is naturally you have to start looking at Matt Nagy and Andy Reid and being like, hey, your all's play calling is butt cheeks. Like, if you don't do something about it, Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts are going to start touching it. They're going to start humping the hell out of it because it's butt cheeks. Okay, so like let's do something different. You got to switch it up. You're beating your head into a brick wall. We're watching the same stuff over and over again every week, and eventually you're going to have to switch it up a little bit. And I think that Andy can do that. It's just he's got to quit being as stubborn as he is, right? Flip with the 5-bomb says, what's up? Good to see you. Now we know why CJ looks like he's always double teamed. He is busy holding the first guy to make sure the gap is closed. So the run defense was good today. I'm not going to argue with that. CJ, I think, had an okay day. I think he made some pretty good plays. I just think overall, man, like with the defense, no one played bad. But I will say that on the pregame, if any of you guys caught that, Mike made a couple of points earlier today. And it was the number one thing is you got to start playing these young guys, right? Like Mike Dana, Charles Omenihu are not going to cut it on that pass rush. They're not good enough. I'm sorry, but they are not. Not contributing whatsoever. Okay? And then with the cornerbacks, get Noah Williams on the field. Get these young guys on the field and let them do what you drafted them to do. So let's just say this right up front. Omar Norman Lott had a pretty damn good game. He's got something to build on here. and Noel Williams got out there and made a very important play in that game. I think there's a lot to getting these young guys on the field, and I just think the defense overall looked pretty good. CJ, he's just always going to get double teamed, man. I love the trash talk, though. I love that CJ made sure to let Jalen Hurts know that he's a fraud, even though we lost the game. I still think that was necessary. So pat on the back for CJ for talking his trash. Mike, what do you think about the whole thing?
Well, I mean, look, the run we did better with the run game a little bit. We did get completely caught in a shift there. I want to say it was the end of the first or second quarter when Barkley run that one in from probably like 13, 15 out, somewhere in that range. I don't remember. But yeah, that was probably the biggest, worst one. And then I kept noticing that Charles Omenihu was just not setting his edge at all. Like, Omenahu's just not playing well. I'm sorry.
No.
Like, I'm sure he's going to watch this, cry about it, tweet about it. You know, he thinks he's God's gift to the defensive end room.
Show me something, buddy.
It is what it is.
Show me something.
Yeah, show
Quit
me
talking
something,
about
big
it and
dog.
do it.
He talks big, but he don't show much. So, look, do it or whatever. And it is what it is. But Omar Norman-Lott played okay. He didn't play a lot. I think Derek Nottie might be one of the most useless pieces on this frickin' team I've ever seen.
Mikey has.
He made
been for
one play
years,
tonight,
brother.
and it was basically because he got backed up 5 yards and the running back run into him, and just so happened he was so fat the dude stopped short of the goal line. But that was it. Derek Nottie gets pushed around more than anybody I've ever seen in my life. He's horrible. I don't know how in the world he made this team and why Brett Veach made that decision. Apparently, Brett Veach must have sent him a Pinar picture or something he was going to leak if he didn't bring him back over here from the frickin' Jets. I don't know what happened, but something's going on with that because it's horrible. I thought Ashton Gelati played decent today, but he is so small that he gets double teamed and just washed out of the run game. He's
Right.
going to have to figure that one out, but look, that's nothing he can do about it. That's where a linebacker's got to step up. But Noel Williams played pretty decent today when he was out there. I still never seen Josh Williams even sniff the field, so I don't know why he's on the frickin' team. Just cut him or trade him at this point. Like, what's the point of having all this and doing all this crap, all this roster manipulation in the preseason? We ain't even using these cats.
Right.
Like, what the hell? And you didn't even use Brashard Smith at all. Again.
I think
An
he had a carry.
entire week. I don't give a rat's ass if he had one carry. Brashard Smith needs to have 5 or 10 carries with this horrible ass running back room, and he needs to have some plays out in the receiving core, like out on the in the slot. Do something out there. Get matched up on a linebacker. Get matched up on a safety.
Hit him with some passes out of the backfield. We just don't do that anymore.
Get
and it's-
something going. But come on. Like, in my opinion, Nagy has got to go. It is that time that Nagy has got to just get out. And if Andy wants to come out and be like, I'll call the plays, well, then, Andy, you need to get out there and be like, I'm dog shit at calling plays now. Which one is it?
One of the two.
Sorry, I'm fired up today, but look, it is what it is. I'm not
Harry
even
with the
that
two
mad, to be
bomb
honest.
says we all knew what runs were called on the 2/4. Yep. That fourth down run call was probably the epitome of just how bad the play calling is sometimes.
That fourth down run play where it looked like we lined up in some kind of freaking wing tee offense. Looked like
was
Nick
trash.
Sirianni drew it up
That
over
was
there
trash,
somewhere.
brother.
Like, why in the hell didn't we just get on the line? Noah Gray played quarterback in high school. Why didn't we put Noah Gray back there and just let him tush push? Why can't we do it? We could have lined up offsides and
You don't
jumped
even
over.
have to. You don't have to do the butt touching play, Mike. You don't have to do that, but you can do a
Look,
regular quarterback sneak. You know,
If somebody would
like
go
a man.
out there and get that right and start using it against the Eagles every week, they'd be the first in line to get rid of it themselves.
Well, I think the other teams would get called for the illegalness.
Well,
You know, this just saying, just throwing it out there.
yeah.
But
Chiefs
yeah, the
get all
play,
the calls, though.
play calling
Good
was
job.
atrocious. KT Lee with the two bombs says, "Hey, Veach said Darius Smith was free." Shaking my head. Yeah, I wasn't making any moves. Did the Eagles go get him too? I imagine. I don't know
Who?
grabbed Darius Smith.
Yeah, he went to the Eagles
Of
2
course.
weeks ago.
Of course, right. So, you know,
Surprised they didn't sign Jadeveon Clowney.
he went to the Clowns in Dallas. So
Wait, what the hell did Juwan Taylor do today? Somebody said they're sick of him.
he had a holding penalty, but other than that, it wasn't that big a
That
deal.
was that holding penalty wasn't a legit penalty. That's 2 weeks in a row now. They've caught him with a fake ass penalty.
Yeah. So overall, though, I mean, I do think I'm kind of
I
leaning.
tell you, ain't nobody crying.
Yeah. Go kick
Ain't
rocks,
nobody
buddy.
crying. If you can't look, if you can't get on
Don't
here
cry.
and criticize somebody you like and get on here and hold a bunch of Super Bowl champions accountable, go find another channel that'll blow smoke up your ass because it ain't over here, buddy.
Yeah, not happening. I mean, dude,
Adios to the pit.
some of these other channels, brother. I mean, you would think they were Eagles fans by some of the dumb shit they were tweeting out. I mean, good Lord, bro.
Oh yeah, freaking Cole. He's over here. The Chiefs are going to lose that one, man. The Eagles had that. That was a first down. That was a great play. Shut up, Cole. Take that gone.
Stop it, Cole.
And then guess what? Guess what? It wasn't upheld. The Chiefs actually stopped them that play.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we impressing? Like, I'm not trying to impress Eagles fans.
I know, and then you always have the people. It's like I'm taking the high road here. I'm not going to talk about the referees. Look, bro, talk about it. Let's talk about it. Tom Brady was on there talking about it. You can talk about it too.
Dude, I respect Tom Brady a lot after what he did today. Tom Brady is one of the only guys that'll stick up for Patrick Mahomes. He's one of the only guys that'll stick up for the Chiefs organization and tell everybody they're BS when they keep saying we get all the calls. He come out today and called out the Eagles every time they moved early. He called out the officials every time they were wrong. Tom Brady was highly respectable today, and he is a much better commentator than Tony Romo and those idiots ever thought about being.
Yeah, I think
Would
so
rather
too.
listen to a GOAT quarterback tell everybody the correct thing the whole way than to listen to their BS.
And also, he called out Andy for his BS. He called out Patrick when he was missing throws. You know, and that's the thing. If anyone else calls out Patrick for any bad play, they get attacked. Attack Tom Brady. Attack him because he was holding everybody accountable. I kind of enjoyed his commentary today. I've heard him before where it wasn't that impressive, but I think that he did pretty good today.
God, KT, you said it just right there, buddy.
Get out of here, clown.
We got a 10 bomb from Iron Price.
Let's go. Suck
Iron
it.
Price is tired of it. He knows. Look, I'm going to give the Eagles a little something and everything for Iron Price, too, because why not?
Suck it! Suck it! We got 2 words for you! Suck it!
Let's go,
Tush
man.
Push can suck it, Steve.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about this game other than the Chiefs are not there. They're not where they need to be. But it does show you that the Chiefs, not at full strength and not even being where they need to be, could have beat the Eagles 3 times today. I mean, so I think there's a lot to look forward to if the team can get to where they need to be. I do think this team could be a force by the end of the season. Now, getting out of this first gauntlet while you're trying to get things meshed together, that's the trick, right? How many games can you drop in the first 6 games and it not affect you later down the road? Like, you have to go out next week and beat the Giants. You can't not drop a game to the Giants in the midst of this, because if you turn around and lose to the Ravens or whoever else it might be, you're going to get yourself in a little bit of trouble. You're going to be in a pickle.
Right.
So as good as they can be at the end of the year, they still have to step up right now and get a couple W's on the board.
Right. Eric says Mikey had a target. He didn't catch it. Who are we talking about?
I don't know.
The only buddy I can think of is
Maybe it
Was
was
it
Noah
Noah
Gray.
Gray?
Maybe it was Noah Gray on that
the one that Patrick
ridiculous
Mahomes overthrew him.
yeah.
Was it that one?
Yeah.
But no way Patrick Mahomes overthrew somebody.
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about, by the way.
It might not be it, though.
Yeah, but no, the Chiefs. Let's see, if you take out a lot of the BS of the game, right? Just take away the tush push crap, right? Just take it completely out of the game. The Chiefs still lost the game because of self-inflicted wounds, right? It is what it is. Travis Kelce dropping that touchdown pass and turning that into that. Andy Reid calling that terrible play on 4th and 1 and giving them a free 3 points. I mean, it was self-inflicted today. Butker even missed a field goal, Mike. So, I mean, we left points on the board. The Chiefs had every chance to
It
win
would
this
have been
game.
nice to see that.
The Chiefs had every chance to win this game. I think they are a better team, and they're not full strength. So, yeah, it sucks to be 0-2 starting the season out. It's a different dynamic than usual. It's the first time Patrick Mahomes has ever started a season 0-2, so it's a little bit different. But I do think that there's a lot of positivity to look forward to. This team can be where we want them to be. Let's just hope it gets there.
I'm with you. First time that they've started 0-2 since 2014. Good night. Was that Andy's first year here?
Second maybe. I think he came around like 2013.
Oh, yeah. It was Reed's second year as a head coach. And in 2014, they started 0-2, finished 9-7, but missed the playoffs.
Yep.
Better hope you don't do that this year. I tell you what, you got lucky today that the crappy Colts knocked off the Broncos. That's a positive. The Colts are 2-0. Who'd
Huge.
have ever thought that?
That's a lot bigger than people think, man.
Now I don't
actually.
even think we're going to we never beat the Colts anyway in the regular season. So God knows that game's an L now. Like apparently they're good all of a sudden. Steve, are we going to beat the Giants next week? Is it even possible?
Well, absolutely. I was just talking about that. I said that's a game that you can't drop, right? Because you have
But
a
we
gauntlet
can
to go
drop
through
it.
here.
It's possible. They just played the Cowboys tough, and the Cowboys almost beat the Eagles week 1. So by default, the Giants are pretty good apparently.
That's a lot of twisting and turning. I think the Chiefs are like a much, much better team than the Giants. Once again, we're not at full strength, and I'm sure it'll be a closer game than you want it to be, but they
We're
can't.
not
They
going to be
can't
at full
drop that
strength
one.
next week.
Right? They can't drop that game. They just can't do it.
You might get
Bam,
Worthy back.
Bam, been a member for 18 months. Says thank you for making community where we can actually vent. Yeah, you can say whatever you want here. We don't care. Like if whatever you think it is, throw it in the chat. We don't care, and we'll say whatever we're thinking, and we're not trying to please anybody. So it is what it is. Perry with the 5 bomb says I've said it for a while. Refs allow rep to dictate calls. The Eagles O-line gets away with a lot. Yeah. Go back and look at the last week and the hold not called. So, yeah.
They were holding a lot today, I don't think. Did they get a holding call at all?
I don't think so.
I'm curious. I'm going to go find the penalty differential.
Yeah, I'm not for sure, man. I will say that I thought the refs kind of stayed out of it for the most part, but they stayed out of it even when they didn't need to. You know? Like,
Yeah, there's a difference between, not being a nuisance or just not wanting
Flat
to
out not doing
call
your
the game
job, right?
properly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. But what are you going to do about it? About time. Been a member for 17 months now. Says they were a little slap nuts today, but it's early. Yeah, I think the team, honestly, there was a lot of positive steps from week 1 to week 2. So you can be disappointed with the outcome. You can be frustrated with just how ridiculous that game went as far as officiating and things like that. You can be frustrated. That's fine. But I do think the Chiefs took some major steps from week 1 to week 2. The one that I didn't see them make a step on that I would really like to see a bigger one is the pass rush completely. The only time we were able to get to Jalen Hurts a lot was when we blitzed the house. That's it. We've got to be able to get some pressure with our front 4 there. I think Omar Norman Lott is going to be a key factor. The more he progresses throughout the season, the more snaps he's able to get. I do think that he's going to be a force in the middle of that defensive line. I really do. I think he showed today that he's got what it takes. So I think it's just going to take a little bit of time. Spags defenses notoriously take till about week 8 to gel together and start looking halfway decent. And I thought they looked pretty damn good today. And there's a couple holes to clean up there. The cornerback room is just confusing. And we go and pay Christian Fulton so much money, and this kid won't even play. I mean, he just wants a Band-Aid on him and a popsicle all the time. This kid, I don't know about him.
Yeah, look, we outplayed the Eagles today. There's no doubt about it.
Offensively,
you go down the board, we had 17 first downs. They had 6. Our 4th down, 3rd down efficiency was spot on. We were 2 for 3 on 4th. They were 1 for 1. They ran 58 total plays. We ran 57. But we had 294 total yards. It was not the greatest. We didn't have 300 total. They only had 216 total yards. Okay? They averaged 3.7 yards per play compared to our 5.2. They had 94 yards passing to Mahomes 173 or 187 or whatever it was he had. They had us beat 1 rushing yard, 122 to 121. The penalties were across the board the same. 6 penalties, 48 for them. 6 penalties, 45 for us. We had the 1 turnover, and time of possession, they had it by about 5 minutes. So the only thing they really got us on was Kelsey's stupid turnover there in the red zone where he couldn't catch a cold. And then the fact that they had 2 of their 6 penalties resulted in a first down. So 3, my bad. They got 3 first downs given to them by penalties out of their 6.
Isn't it like I want to shout out our defense once again, and let me explain. When you're playing the Eagles, like you have to keep them at least 3 yards away from that first down marker by the time 3rd down arrives. So if you do not do that, they are going to illegally run 2 plays and get a first down. So
Tom
if
Brady
you
said
don't
it.
keep them if you don't keep them at least 4 to 5 yards away from that first down marker within the first 2 plays of the series, they're getting a first down. They're going to get a first down. It's very hard to stop that offense when they're allowed to cheat and just do that, if they're inside of 2 yards, because they're going to do it back to back, third down, fourth down. Doesn't matter. You're always going to gain at least 1 yard when you're hitting the defense before the ball's snapped. And you got, it's a mess. It's a mess. Like that officiating, the lead official said, he's over it. I think everybody's over it. You can't officiate it. It's a mess.
You can't see anything
It's
that
terrible.
goes on in there.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's just, it's ridiculous. Like you couldn't even see where to spot the ball. You couldn't see when Drew Tranquil had ripped the ball out of his hand. You couldn't even tell when that happened because there was 15 bodies on top of you.
Yep. Shout out Virgil here with the 2 bombs. Says, could we sign Christian Wilkins? Running backs are not good.
I don't know if Wilkins plays running back.
No, you know what he meant.
I'm just playing.
But I will tell you, I don't think they want Christian Wilkins in the locker room kissing everybody.
Hey,
They don't need. I don't know if they
he
want
may
it.
go to the Eagles. He likes the butt touch.
Yeah, he might be an Eagle before too long.
Oh yeah, he'll sign with the Eagles. Give it.
Harvey
give it a
over
week.
on Facebook says, trying to figure out why we won't tush push. I think that's because we are not sissies. Like that
It's
would be
because
my.
Patrick Mahomes ripped his knee off in his rookie season or whenever that was, and they won't touch it again.
I think it's an
So
integrity thing.
until Jalen Hurts lands wrong, breaks a finger, hurts a knee, until he does something like that, they're going to continue to do it. And I don't want to say that I hope he gets hurt, but that may be the only way to stop it.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
At the same time, I don't think Sirianni will stop it anyway. He's too selfish, and he knows that's his entire coaching legacy comes down to the tush push.
Right. Well, here's my thing. So I think it's an integrity thing, right? If you notice, the Eagles are the only team that'll keep doing the illegal play. The other teams don't really touch it. I think Buffalo's tried to do it a little bit, but they mainly
Because
use
they
Josh.
have a linebacker at quarterback.
They mainly use Josh Allen just being big, and he just kind of leans forward. I don't think they jump off sides every play or line up off sides every play. I think that's a legit quarterback sneak type deal. So I definitely think that's what it is. Nobody wants to be a part of that. Nick Sirianni's shameless. I mean, he'll ride it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah. He's a
but-
chooch if I've ever seen a chooch.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, that's simply what I think it is. I just think it's dumb, and I do think it'll be outlawed. But they'll probably vote on it again this year and get rid of it, more than likely, because it's pretty bad. The Eagles are not a good team like they think they are, so I think that's the funniest part about this game. They can celebrate all they want that they
You
won a
beat
3-point game.
A Kansas City Chiefs team that is already depleted, basically 2 weeks in, by
Right.
3 points off of pretty much an illegal play all day long.
Right.
And you acted like you got something
And-
out of the deal.
Travis Kelce gifting them that interception there. That was a touchdown.
Yeah, Kelsey
So-
must have had the Eagles defense in fantasy football. I don't know what the hell he was doing.
You think Jason talked him into that? He's like, come on, man.
Dude, let me tell you this. I love Travis Kelce. I really do. He's one of my favorite Chiefs ever. But he has looked so just checked out and not good for the past few. And still, he's going to get on new heights. And they're going to get 2 million plays. And he's just going to be over there saying, I screwed up this week. I got to do better. Yeah, Kelce, we know. You say this that's starting to become a pattern.
Yeah. Hey, so this is just real quick. I'm not going to touch on what Eagles fans say in here, really, because they're all stupid. But I will say this: mark my words. Look me right in the eye. Mark my words. They will not make it back to the Super Bowl. They're not as good as you think they are.
Green Bay is going to
And they literally live and die off of an illegal play. It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I would be embarrassed to be an Eagles fan. And all of you Eagles fans are probably the dumbest fans in the league. You beat the Bengals out, and that was a tough feat. I don't know how you did it, but you have done it.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. I would bet you your $250 Taco Bell paycheck, buddy, that
Yeah.
the Eagles are not going to get back to the Super Bowl. Not happening. Good luck. Yeah,
Dude.
that's not happening.
Who is this clown?
I don't know, but apparently he hasn't watched his team suck ass for 2 weeks in a row
If
and
you
get gifted
thought
a game today.
Beating the Chiefs today was like a great feat. Okay, like he don't know ball. It's pretty simple.
Right? Yeah, no, they won't be there. They won't be there.
don't
I
know
can confidently say that. And they're one Saquon Barkley injury away from not even making the playoffs, buddy. Like they're not a good team. Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback. That's obvious. He's a fraud. But I mean, eventually, you can only you're going to live by that play, but you're also going to die by that play. Like, I mean, let's be real.
It is what it is. Look, if you want to be known for a butt touching That's your prerogative. And I mean,
Yeah,
Adrian's
if
fine with it.
if that's what you want to be known for,
Yeah.
is butt touching your friends out on the
Playoffs
football
is
field.
one word too, Adrian. So go ahead
Go
and get
for
that
it, man.
right. Look,
All right,
look,
we'll
you
quit
gotta-
picking. Mike,
look,
quit
you
picking
gotta
on the
be-
easy targets.
It's funny, but look, you got to be a special loser to be on Facebook at 8:50 Eastern time on a Sunday night, not with your family, not with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever Adrian looks up to. And you're on here talking to a Chiefs channel that, by the way, is in the midst of a dynasty. And you're on here freaking trying to talk trash, bro. Like, you have to get up early tomorrow and get to Taco Bell for a shit.
Yeah, you
So
have to
need
open,
to go to
dude.
bed.
You need to fry up those chalupas. You need
And
to
look,
get
if
those
you
ready
really
for
do
the
work at
shift.
Taco Bell, I'm not even dogging it. You know what? That was my first job too.
Hey, that was a fun job, actually. Shout out Flapjack with the 5 bomb, says it's clear we're tanking the season and trading the number 1 pick for several picks for another 3 Super Bowls, and I'm cool with it. Yeah, no. Honestly, dude, I think this Chiefs team, the way they look right now, if things keep progressing, if things progress the way they
Kellen
did,
Harvey.
yeah, get out of here, Adrian. Come on.
Chooch.
Chooch. If this team progresses at the rate they did from week 1 to week 2, then I'm not worried. I'm really not, because we saw a big jump from week 1 to week 2. And I mean, what do we got? The Giants next week. Go out, take care of business. And then you got a couple of tough games after that, but you're going to have Rashee Rice back. Xavier Worthy should be coming back sooner than later. We'll be back to full strength, and then good luck. I think it'll be a different
I think
ballgame.
what really bothers me is if you get to 0-3, if you drop that Monday Night Football game, put a pin in us. Like, for real. Can you come back from 0-3? Has there been a team to go 0-3?
Did you say something about penis?
So put a pin in us. Don't pin us.
Mike, you talking about penars on here? Did Adrian inspire you?
No,
talk
that's
about
an Eagles
Pinar?
thing, man.
Okay. Eric Humphries with the 2 bomb says Brashard Smith, 1 target,
Oh,
0
was that the
catches.
one?
Okay. So they did
I'm
throw
sure
him the
it was
ball once.
I'm sure it was a great play design.
Mahomes has a weird thing. Like, Mahomes' accuracy is strange right now, right? I'm hoping to God he gets it worked out soon, but he overthrows all the deep passes, and he underthrows every short pass.
Dude,
Have
Kelsey
you noticed
bailed him
that?
out once.
He throws it straight to the dirt. It's the weirdest thing. And he
Yeah.
gets more balls deflected than
Yeah, why does
probably
he
any
get so many
quarterback in the
balls
league.
hit at the line of scrimmage all of a sudden.
I don't know. It's
He's probably
strange.
had 7 balls hit at the line of scrimmage, and that's more than Jalen Hurts hit balls at the line of scrimmage. And he's touching balls every other play. So
touching
how's
balls.
that happening?
Perry with the 2 says if CD and Kelsey catch the ball, the Eagles are 0-2. That is 100% true, Perry.
Yeah.
100% true. Like, they were beat both games and got gifted from the football gods, and they're over here talking trash.
Get out of here, bro.
And your coach looks like that. Like, think about that for a second. Did you see him throw that flag to challenge the play? He goes,
What a loser. He's
challenge the play.
Look, Sirianni. Shut up, bro.
What
Sirianni,
a bitch. That's what Sirianni is.
that dude. I swear, look, why didn't we open hand smack that guy? We had a
Somebody
shot.
should have. It's
Look,
just
at
a
the end of the
15-yard
game.
penalty, bro.
At the end of the game, when it was over, we had 45 seconds to open hand smack the shit out of everybody.
It's
What
just a
were we
15-yard
doing?
penalty. That's it. You don't get
Hey, did
suspended.
Jalen Carter do anything for all the whining and crying about how he was going to eat up Kingsley today? Did he do
No.
anything?
No. I think
I
he
don't
was
think he
fat and
did.
looked like Stacey Abrams. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know how Stacy was doing over there, but
Daniel
Go
Cole
back
with the
to
2 bomb here
Georgia.
says 87 took us from +3 to -10. Put the old in sold. Yeah, Kelsey, that's rough, buddy. We got to get it together. Buddy.
oh,
Still love you,
Jalen
big
Carter
guy,
said he was
but-
held on 80% of plays. And
He
he's
did
a week
not.
behind, and he's a week behind.
He did
And
not.
you don't know
say
why
that.
he's a week behind. It
Did
didn't
he
have
really
nothing to
say
do with him
that?
spitting all over somebody.
Did that sissy really say that?
Dude, Jalen Abrams is one of the Eagles are one of the most insufferable group of
Yeah.
losers I have ever. Like, they are the sorest group of winners I've ever seen.
Yeah, they are.
They
They're
whine
bad.
and cry. They're the kind that wins at Monopoly, and then the next time you play, they want to be the bankers. They just keep stealing stuff and then telling you you're wrong. What a group.
They
of
are insufferable.
idiots.
That's the perfect word for Eagles and Eagles fans. Flip with the 5 says if you had to depend on only one player to make a clutch winning play for the team, who would y'all put your money on? Patrick Mahomes. Kelsey for a touchdown or CJ stop sack. Okay, my bad. I didn't read the rest of the question.
Steve tried to be clever there, didn't you?
I'm going to say right now,
We ain't sacking nobody.
I have to say
Like,
Kelsey.
we don't even get any. Yeah,
I
you
have
gotta
to
take
pray
your
that
shot with
Kelsey don't go a third game in a row with just screwing up a touchdown. I'd have to hope that would be the case. Kelsey has notoriously ended games for us, so but CJ has too on the other side. I'm still going to go Kelsey here, just because of the state of the team right now. Our pass rush is kind of ass cheeks.
Yeah, we can't get any pressure unless we're sending 9 guys.
Yep.
Jeez Louise.
Yep. What? So Josh Simmons went out for a little while. Did we ever know why he went out of the game?
Broke a fingernail. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Like
crazy
Hollywood
beginning,
Brown goes limping off the field. Like we're the biggest bunch of wusses I've ever seen this year. Like what is up with this team? Get
Hey,
it
he got back out there
together.
though. I thought he looked halfway decent today. So he just had a cramp, JCP. He was letting
Hopefully.
the boy watch it cramp.
I thought Jalen Moore did okay on the first play, but I think he played like 2 or 3 then.
Yeah.
So maybe Jalen Moore ain't the answer there.
So I guess here's the question. Do you think the Chiefs are on the right track? Do you think they get there in time? And also, can they do it without getting outside help, i.e. trade, signing somebody, doing something a little bit different? What do you think?
I mean, the schedule doesn't do them any favors. You've got to win this week versus the Giants. This is probably the worst team you play over the next, 6 months? Like, I mean, come on. You don't have any, easy games. So you've got to win this one. You got to get to 1 and 2. You got to stop the bleeding. You got to get Worthy back. You've got to get this offense figured out. Mahomes has got to not only get help from people, but he's got to figure out the deep ball. Andy's got to get off his ass and start calling the right plays. And if it's Matt Nagy doing it, then fire him. There's so many things. It looks like Spags figured it out last week. He took some self-accountability and said, I called one of the worst games. And he come out that this week looked pretty decent. So have some self-accountability. How can Spags come out and do this 1 week and fixes it the next week? And we've been bitching about Nagy doing this for 2.5 years, and he's not fixed it yet.
Yeah, dude. Something does have to change.
And again, if it's not Nagy, then it's Andy. So which one of them's not fixing it?
Okay, so let's put it this way. You get to week 7. You have all of your pieces back. You are 100% full strength, and you still have a stagnant offense. Is that the point to where you look at Matt Nagy and be like, hey, you got to go, bro?
I don't think Andy does it because I think Andy deep down knows he might be the one doing it.
Would he do it mid-season anyway?
Probably not. But look, if Andy knows deep down in his heart he's the one calling the plays and doing this, is he going to fire somebody for himself? Like, I don't think he's that kind of person. So I think that's why you really don't see nobody switching.
So, and another question, I think after the first game, a lot of people were wanting to go get Justin Simmons or do something about the safety room. How did you think they looked today? I actually thought Brian Cook played a decent game today. Much better than I have seen him play. I think Jaden Hicks kind of swung back around, played a decent game. Shamar Connor even played a little bit better than he had. So I think everybody stepped up a little bit on the defense. Are you still worried about that, or are you more worried about that pass rush?
Pass rush. Mike Dana leaves after a few plays. Minihue, he might as well just be watching. He buy a ticket every week and contribute just as much.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have nothing. I love Ashton Gelati, but I mean, when you're going to start playing a team that's run dominant and that'll double, triple team you out and put a fullback on you or something else, or line up an extra linebacker or chip against you, you're going to throw Ashton Gelati around. He's a little guy. Like, he's a big effort guy, but he's not going to beat 2 and 3 guys off the edge, especially when one of them's Lane Johnson. You're just not going to do it. And then, like I said, our defensive tackles are trash. Jerry Tillery is okay, but he's not great. Come on. He's just not him. Omar Norman Lott could be okay, but he's still a rookie. And then Derek Nottie is just nothing. Like,
Right.
we just don't have it. Our defensive line needs so much help, and I've
They
been
need
saying
Jesus,
this for 2 or
Mike.
3 years.
They need help.
Dude, they need, yeah.
It's bad.
I
Man,
don't know what to say anymore.
could be
It's not-
worse.
I'm not even over. Like, it sounds like I'm just like super, super frustrated, but I'm not. Like in this particular game, I'm just a little frustrated because like the way the Eagles got away with all that BS that we watched, and like I said, Tom
Right.
Brady's sitting there calling it out too, and we're not allowed as Chiefs fans to be mad at officiating or stuff because we get all the calls, which is annoying too. That's so stupid. Like we just want fair games, just like the rest of everybody else,
Yep.
and it was obviously not fair. So my whole thing is this. It may sound like I'm super mad or frustrated, but I'm not. I didn't really think we were going to win this game anyway. Because why? Because we're not healthy. And 0-2, not that big of a deal. I really don't think so. I don't think this has any bearing on the AFC West. We're going to win that. We're getting to the playoffs. It's
Yeah, I think
hands
so
down.
too.
So
I mean,
it's not a big deal. We just got to get healthy and get back. But yes, I can be frustrated a little bit today, especially on some of the stuff we need to clean up, like the play calling and things. Like, come on, that's stuff you could control. And I'll give props to Spags. He controlled what he did today compared to week 1. It looked a lot better. So props to him. I wish Nagy and Andy Reid would get on board with that.
Yep. So here's the thing. I just want to touch on this one more time because it's like a big thing on X right now. The
Dang,
tush push.
Joe Burrow, huh?
Joe Burrow's, they're struggling with it. So it could be worse, guys. It could be worse. Anyway, back to the tush push for just one split second. They have an overhead of the play down at the goal line. Do you know that the center is so far over the football that you can't see it? And then
That's illegal.
So keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. The football is somewhere below his crotch or his stomach. Okay, now both guards and the tackles are up over his shoulders. So their helmets are above the center's shoulders, which means every last one of them are lined up in the neutral zone.
Can you put this on the screen? I want to see it.
Yeah, I got you. Give me 1 sec.
Like, why are you giving us a color commentary of it?
I don't know. I forgot I could do this kind of stuff.
Steve, you can get on up to 2025, baby.
Here we go. Let's take a look at this. Make it bigger. Check this out. You can't even
my
see the football.
God. Yeah, you
can't even see the football,
bro.
This is what you call illegal formation, ladies and gentlemen. So on this play, as Nate Sanchez points out over here, the thing about the tush push is the Eagles commit about 17 penalties during each one of them, and the NFL just don't call it. Center is so far offsides you can't even see the ball.
So look, if the ball is presumably underneath let's just say the shoulders, it's somewhere where the 5-1 is, then his helmet's offsides, and that means 69 and 56 are both in front of the ball.
68
as well.
is up just as high as 69.
68 is higher than 69.
Yeah. They're all offsides, bro.
They
This is
also
illegal
don't
formation.
They don't even have enough guys on the line of scrimmage because 83 is not on. He's not on the line. So that's an illegal formation, period.
It's bad. It's real bad. They need to do something about it. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But what
And
are you
again,
gonna
how do you defend it? You had every Chiefs player in the world down there in the middle, crash in the middle, and all it is Jalen Hurts falls forward and keeps pushing, even though forward progress isn't. If he loses the ball, it's forward progress. But if he don't lose the ball, he can keep falling forward.
Right. Coping. We're just talking about the football game, bro. We're just talking about facts. That's all. If you call it coping, that's cool.
Is living and dying off of touching each other's butts and bragging about it. That's what a cope is. So.
Yeah, go cope with that, buddy.
Go cope yourself.
Doug says, Mike, you love some Derek Naughty, baby. You love him.
Dude, he is trash ass. Like, come on,
it's
Derek
rough.
Naughty, prove me wrong. Make a play at some point this year. Make a play.
I think they got Derek Naughty back because we heard he's the funniest guy in the locker room. I think they got him back for comic
Dude,
relief.
he's a cool dude, but he's not a football player, apparently. I've never seen a guy that's 340 pounds get pushed around so easily.
This right here, man. These owners, it's all on them. They're idiots. They had a chance to get rid of
Did
it.
the Chiefs vote to get rid of it?
Probably not.
Well, then they deserve to get their ass whooped with it today. Don't
Yep.
be stupid.
Center can't be offsides. Either helmet or offhand can be beyond the ball. That doesn't mean that everybody else on the offensive line can line up in front of the football. Even if that is a rule, Chief Kelsey, I mean, it doesn't even matter. It's kind of pointless. Like everybody on the entire offensive line's lined up offsides. And then they move before the ball's snapped. They're literally making contact with the defense before the ball snapped. It's insane. Like it's crazy. Like there's just no defending it. It's bad. Let's see here. We got our boy JCP with the 3-bomb. Says, where are the tight ends at? No tight end sets. They're not using the tight ends whatsoever. I mean, Kelsey had a couple decent plays today, and of course, they were trying to hit him in the red zone there. But yeah, we're not seeing enough Noah Gray. We're seeing zero Big Bob Tanyan. Jared Wiley was inactive. But
Big Bob.
it is kind of odd that they're not using these guys. I thought that they would, since they were able to get Bob Tanyan back on the team and what he kind of showed you that he can do in the offseason here in the preseason, kind of thought they would use him a little bit, give him a shot. But we've yet to see it.
Yeah.
Hannah with the 5 bomb says, unpopular take. Our running back room is the reason our pass game hasn't materialized. Good point. Very good point. Mitchell didn't even dress. Trade for a running back now. So I will say this. There's 2 things I want to say about the running back room. 2. Number 1, Kareem Hunt's the best running back we have. He should be getting a bulk of the carries. 100%. Isaiah Pacheco had an average of 2.2 yards per carry today on 10 carries. Unacceptable. Can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, this is because Brett Veach, who had a lot of things to fix and a lot of things to take care of in the offseason, completely neglected and failed to get anyone game-changing at running back. And this was something fans screamed for the entire offseason before the draft and everything. We have to have a legitimate running back, someone that can move the needle, someone that's a playmaker, and we just refuse to do it. It's make Patrick Mahomes figure it out is the name of the game. And let's be honest here. If you want to take it all the way back to the first Super Bowl win with Patrick Mahomes in 54, they've been doing it since then. Because we patched up our running back room with Damian Williams, a failed running back from Miami. Okay?
Yeah.
And then we went and got Jerick McKinnon to help out, who was a failed running back that stayed hurt all the time in San Francisco. And yes, we were able to get the most out of those guys, and I'm happy for it. But you're not always going to hit like that. You're not always going to get lucky. You're not always going to be able to pull in these mid guys and get really top tier play out of them. It's just eventually it's not going to happen. And we're at a point right now to where our running back room is a detriment to the offense. We do not have anything going on in the run game. And I'm right there with you, Hannah. I think that does hurt the pass game. It really does. When a team don't have to respect your run game, it hurts your pass game. It's just the most basic thing in the world.
I agree. Well said.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Hannah.
Thanks for your input there, Mike. Appreciate it.
I don't know. Don't have any input.
Mike's still mad. Yeah, it's something else I'd like to bring up. Jalen Royals, we got to get this kid on the field. We've
He
got to
never
get him on the
playing.
field. I mean, come on, bro. So we're at a spot in the season where we knew we were going to lose Rashee Rice for a while. Now we've been down Xavier Worthy. We haven't even had our draft pick wide receiver available. And I do think, Mike, you pointed this out during the game, and I think you guys let us know in the chat what you think. Perfecto, no, we're not cooked. Not at all. Nico Remigio needs more offensive snaps, especially at this point. Because right now, I think I would probably trust passes to Nico before a lot of these guys.
Yeah. I was begging for him to play more
Yeah, that's what I just
before
said.
he even made the catch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I looked at you at, like, what was it, halftime? I was like, can we let Nico play some wide receiver? Because I think he'd do better.
I think he will too. He's more reliable. He's a playmaker when he has the ball in his hands, and I think he'll catch the ball if you throw it to him. I feel more confident in that than even Travis Kelce at this current moment. I think Tyquan Thornton did pretty decent today at getting separation and being able to possibly make some big plays. He also had a couple balls I think that he maybe should have caught. But I think overall he does what he needs to do. He's stretching the field. He's getting separation. He's giving you opportunities to make big plays, and we saw that one convert. So, I mean, I'm okay with how he's playing. I'll accept a little bit there because he does what we need him to do.
He's probably, are you talking about Thornton?
Right.
He's probably playing a lot more than they kind of thought he was going to have to, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially with Worthy going down, but it is what it is, man. Somebody said, do you think Pat's going to continue to be our leading rusher? The fact that Patrick Mahomes is anywhere near being leading rusher on this team, it shows you a failure by this coaching staff
100%.
and by the entire organization to not take this running back position more seriously throughout the offseason.
100%.
And that falls on the pass rush, too. Been saying this for years, man.
Yeah, well, so Andy said something at halftime when they asked him about that, and he said, well, he will continue to be if it's working. And I'm 100% okay with Patrick Mahomes using his legs when they give him the opportunities. When he has a lot of open field in front of him, I'm okay with that. Get a lot of rushing yards. It doesn't matter to me. But when you're relying on that, that's a problem.
Right.
Giant
Yeah,
problem.
I agree.
So I think that goes both ways. I really like what I'm seeing from Patrick Mahomes in the run game because I feel like he's taking opportunities. He's taking what the defense is giving him. I'm okay with that. That's smart football. Now, if he has to put his shoulder down and truck people for first downs over and over again, that's not smart at all. Our running backs have got to be able to contribute. We have to have some type of a run game. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. But, yeah, I think they have to figure something out at running back. Absolutely, 100%.
Julian with a 10 says the crazy thing is if Harrison Butker would have made his kick earlier, we could have won the game. Later on, by like 4-point potential. We need Rice Royals-Worthy back.
Absolutely.
Look, I'll say this. Yeah, it would be great if Harrison Butker could make every single kick and never missed 50-plus yards. But at some point, it's still just a guy kicking a field goal or a ball like 60 freaking yards.
There's a lot
in the
that
air.
plays
Like,
into that.
it's
Even
tough.
if you kick a fully powered, accurate kick, a lot plays
And we're
into
still not 100% sure that
that,
maybe
right?
Ariza's still not holding the ball particularly to his liking either. Like, Ariza just got here last year. So maybe there's something with that too. I don't know. Don't really care. Like, for me, it's hard for me to blame. It's hard for me to blame a field goal kicker when they get 1 or 2 plays a game. And we just expect them to go out and be machines. Butker's always been that machine for us. He always will be. He's fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
What was the miss? 56 yards, something like that? I mean, it wasn't a chip
well,
shot.
we didn't even get to see it because Fox was showing Russell Wilson grab assing out there. Like, who wants to watch Russell Wilson's 58-year-old ass play football?
Oh, man.
And we're about to have to watch it all night.
Hannah, I'm going to put you in the group with the rest of the morons that come on here and
the
give your
big
2
group
cents.
of morons.
Talking about the game and analyzing the game and pointing things out is not making excuses. Excuses would be like if they hadn't jumped off sides on every one of their tush pushes, just being like, well, I hate that tush push play. That's why we lost. You know, like that should be illegal. But it actually is illegal. So that's not an excuse. The rest of it's just us talking about football. And if I had to guess, you probably don't know much about football. So that's just is what it is.
Probably.
That'd be my guess. So go back to watching Murder, She Wrote or something and leave us alone.
Is that a good one? Did they remake that?
Oh, did they? They brought it back?
I think so.
No, they didn't. They brought back Matlock
Oh,
With,
maybe
like-
that's what I'm thinking about.
with like Kathy Bates or something.
Kathy Bates is Matlock.
I don't know. I just made that up. It might be though.
Jeez
might be.
Louise. Could they screw anything else up?
Yeah. But back to Butker, man. Like Butker, yeah, he'll miss it from time to time, but I mean, overall, I think Butker's probably one of the most accurate kickers there are. He's definitely one of the most clutch kickers they are. But when you're constantly depending on your kicker to kick 55+ yard field goals, eventually you're going to get it. You're going to get a miss. It just is what it is. I just think it's silly that an offense run by Andy Reid with Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback, that you need to rely on a kicker kicking 55 plus yard field goals all the time is insane. Like, what are we doing?
Right. Sam asked why they do the onside kick. Sam, I don't really know. Honestly, I don't know why anybody would try an onside kick. Like, when you have to tell the team that we're going to do an onside kick, is it any coincidence that nobody's recovered one yet?
Yeah,
That's like me just going out and being like, if you want to take a 30-yard pass down the field, the quarterback must tell the defensive coordinator 2 plays before. Like, what?
Yeah, that's silly.
Like, this is so stupid. Like, football's got so dumb lately. Like,
I
some
guess
of
it
these
did-
new rules.
Ultimately, it didn't really matter. I mean, they just illegally tush-push their way to a first down anyway. It didn't
Right.
matter where on the field they did that.
Hummer says, you guys keep thinking bad play calling like coach forgot. It's because your O-line is failing. That's
Nah.
BS.
That's bullshit, Hummer.
Yeah. That's bullshit, Hummer. You can Hummer it on out, brother.
Yeah, bro, that's not it.
That's not it. That's not it. The offensive line looks a lot better this year already than it had last year. The offensive line has nothing to do when Nagy comes out and calls a 2nd and 8 delayed handoff every freaking time you're in 2nd down and long. Like, come on.
Why does he do that? Like, let's put ourselves in 3rd and long and see what happens. Let's just do that intentionally.
But wait a second.
Every drive.
According to Hummer, though, every play's a touchdown if it's blocked correctly. Yeah, sure.
no.
What are we playing, Madden?
That was
on
the
rookie?
offensive. What's the offensive line? Is there room for improvement? Absolutely. But do you think the offensive line's why we lost the game today? Like, honestly,
here.
there's no way you really think that.
I mean, they didn't play overly great. Let's be honest, but I don't think they played that bad either.
Yeah, I don't either, man. But yeah, we're gonna be here for a few more minutes. Do us a favor, hit the like
But
button
not
if
too
you
much
haven't.
longer. I can't
Yeah.
take no more stupid comments from people like Hummer and
Thanks for cutting me off.
Hannah Well,
Get in the comments. Drop a question if you have any. We'll try to get to you real quick. Also, hit the like button if you haven't done that yet. That'll help us out a little bit. Also, if you're not a slap nut, you like Chiefs football, and you like to have actual, real discussions about Chiefs football and not get smoke blown up your ass by guys out here just trying to make a dime off of you, then you should subscribe to All Chiefed Up and hang out with us. It's always a good time over here. All right, Mike.
Brad Squad in the house.
Brad Squad out of the house. He says,
Now he's out of the house.
Let's
Fun
go.
fact, I left I know that kid, and I was in Indianapolis where he lives. Well, it's South Bend. I left Chinese food on his front porch for him to find the next morning, and it was magically gone. So we think a homeless man ate it.
Is Brad Squad the guy that ate the hot sauce?
Yeah. We sent him the hot sauce, and he almost passed out from it. That's pretty funny.
Mike tried to take him out with hot sauce.
First the Chinese food, then the hot sauce.
The Guru says, is Gelati and Noel getting more reps and snaps? What's the status on rookie defensive tackle lot? So did they get more snaps today than last game? Yes.
Yes.
Were they good? Noel Williams had some good plays. Ashton Gelati is struggling with his size and running downs, but he's going to get pressure. He'll eventually, I think Gelati will be a good thing. Norman Lott played today. I thought he played well. Had a sack. Had I think a couple tackles. So I think there's a lot to build on with Norman Lott because we're going to need him. We're going to need him to disrupt in there. It can't just be Chris Jones and George Karlaftis. So.
Look, Norman Lott almost broke Jalen Hurts in half. Like, that was a hit, bro. That was Blue Chew play of the day. If your peanut didn't explode on that one, is it ever going to explode? That's what you need to ask.
Brian Parrott's trying to sneak out a free membership because he stole me the ghost sauce from Zarda. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Parrott is a barbecue sauce stealer. So if you ever see him around and your barbecue
Wasn't it by
sauce is
accident,
out,
though?
you better hide it. You better hide it.
It was accidental. Come on.
That's great. Yeah, man. Is it really? You could say, a tough loss or whatever, but honestly, I don't feel bad about this one. It would have been nice to go ahead and win the game. Even though, I mean, honestly, the Chiefs were the better team on the football field. The Chiefs outplayed the Eagles. The Chiefs just didn't have things bounce their way today. So, I mean, I don't really feel that bad about it. I think the improvement that I saw from week 1 to week 2 was tremendous. I feel good about that. And I also know that eventually we're going to have Xavier Worthy back on the football field. We're going to have Rashee Rice back on the football field. I think there's a lot to look forward to. I do think the main thing that they need to figure out, Mike, pass rush, it has to be figured out. We've got to get more pressure on the quarterback without blitzing everybody on the field. And also, we've got to figure out the running game. I think those are the two blaring weaknesses on this team right now.
Yeah. I think the defense on the back end cleaned it up a little bit. But look, Christian Fulton, I don't even know why we signed this cat. Like, he ain't going to play, I don't guess.
Dude, I mean, he's notorious for being injured all the time. So.
But I'm with you. Like, I think, we got to develop a pass rush and we got to be able to run the ball. Got to start controlling the line of scrimmage better.
Yeah, it's bad. If we can get that taken care of, I think we would see a lot different outcome for sure. Hannah with the 5 bomb says Veach messed up in the draft. It was the deepest running back class, but he goes to and pays Fulton, who gets hurt more than a 91-year-old grandma. We'd better get better off with the running back. Yeah, dude. So So in the draft, I think that he could have took a shot, probably second round. You would have sacrificed maybe a pass rush piece, right? Because you would have had to either not drafted Omar Norman-Lott or Ashton Gelati, which I think in due time both of those will be instrumental in making our pass rush good. I do think that. Now, we'll look back here in 2 or 3 years and know the answer to that one. But I think to get like a game-changing running back, they would have had to take one around that time. Because, I mean, really...
What about the time they drafted Noel Williams? Not saying Noel's not going to be a dog either, but could you have maybe
I think it was
there?
already too late, man. I think the last one on the board that really moved the needle was Travion Henderson. And I think he might have been... He was gone before we ever even drafted in the second round. So, like, it sounds great and all, but we would have had to go first round there, not draft Josh Simmons, and draft Travion Henderson to get like somebody that may move the needle for you as a running back. But after getting burned with Clyde Edwards-Helaire and knowing we had to have a left tackle, that's almost an impossible decision to make. You can't do it. So I agree. I do think they should have paid more attention to the running back position. Maybe threw a few more things at the wall, see what sticks. Just tried something, but they didn't, and it is what it is. Now it's just honestly, I don't think it's as difficult as people think to fix either. I think if you just put Kareem Hunt out there and let him be that guy, let him have 20 carries a game, I think you're fine. He also can receive the ball out of the backfield, and also you should start using Brashard Smith or even Isaiah Pacheco as a change of pace back. Put them in on third down, swing them out, throw them the football, things like that, man. I think it's just little tweaks, and I think they would be okay. Now, the pass rush is more concerning to me because what do you really do? Just hope one of them get better. I mean, that's really it. You hope Omar Norman-Lott or Ashton Gelati turn it on faster than they're going to. Or you hope Omenihu or Mike Dana stop being mid. I mean, I think that one's more.
Boy, you better not put a lot of faith in that one.
I think that's definitely the sore spot. I think we got to get some pressure on the quarterback. So, yep. Well, appreciate you guys being here tonight. Chiefs are 0-2 for the first time since 2014, so this is interesting. Hang in there, Chiefs fans. It looks like things are going up a little bit, so let's hope they keep trending that direction this week. We'll be posting all kinds of content. Make sure to tune into all that. First things first, we'll have our podcast on Tuesday for you, so be on the lookout for that. Once again, appreciate you guys. Hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, you can support the channel by joining, being a member of the ACU crew here on YouTube. You can go to join.allchiefedup.com. It's $4.99 a month. Cheaper than a bag of Doritos, ladies and gentlemen. And you can be a member of the ACU crew. Also, merch.allchiefedup.com. You can buy some merchandise, and that goes to supporting the channel as well. Any last words for you today, Mike? Or are you done?
Done.
Done.
Freaking over it.
Well.